In a social media post, Israel's Air Force says that according to their intelligence information, the Islamic Jihad militant group was responsible for a failed rocket launch that hit the hospital. But Gaza's Health Ministry has blamed Israel, a view echoed by regional leaders and the African Union Commission. The hospital was packed with the wounded or Palestinians seeking refuge and shelter, with video showing a fire engulfing a building while bodies were strewn on the hospital grounds, as the Arab group at the United Nations condemned the attack and called for an immediate ceasefire.
About 500 civilians have been torn apart and massacred in this outrageous, illegal crime committed by the Israeli forces against our people in the Gaza Strip. We condemn this action in the strongest possible terms, and we hold Israel responsible for this massacre, this crime, and those responsible for this crime should face justice and should face accountability.
The Security Council will convene in an emergency session Wednesday morning, while a vote on a Brazilian-drafted resolution calling for humanitarian pauses was delayed, after a Russian draft calling for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire failed to pass on Monday night, because it didn't explicitly condemn Hamas.
The Security Council has to wake up, and we will not relent nor spare any effort that will stop us from going after the Security Council and all components of the UN, including the Secretary General, not only to condemn this crime, and they should, but also to have an immediate ceasefire to save lives of Palestinians, and to save lives across the board.
The UN estimates that more than 1 million Palestinians have fled their homes in Gaza, but in reality have nowhere to go.
For the past 5 days, Gaza has had no electricity supply, pushing vital services, including health, water and sanitation, to the brink of collapse and worsening food insecurity. I reiterate that the complete siege of the entire Gaza population, exacerbated by the evacuation order imposed upon half of it, amounts to collective punishment of the Gaza population in violation of international humanitarian law and resulting in serious violations of their human rights. I call for the immediate lifting of these measures and also urge all parties to create humanitarian corridors between Gaza and Egypt through Rafah crossing to allow access to sufficient humanitarian aid and safe corridors for people to go to places where they can access this aid.
The carnage unfolding just as US President Joe Biden departed to the region, where he was expected to visit both Israel on a solidarity visit and then onto Jordan. But that second leg in Amman appears now to be in doubt after Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas pulled out in reaction to the hospital strike, with Jordan's foreign ministry later announcing the entire meeting was cancelled. Biden's words will be closely watched in the region, while the Security Council is under growing pressure to act. Sherwin Briceby's SABC News, New York.